Yeah, my name's Jeremy Knopp, and I'm here to introduce a new paradigm for industry that I'm going to call physical intelligence. And the idea is to make a revolution in how industry currently operates today. Today, I'm going to talk specifically about welding, and welding for any safety critical application always needs post-weld non-destructive inspection. I'm trying to change that so in situ certification can become a reality. Okay, so first of all, welding is in 50% of all manufacturing and construction. You've probably heard in the last decade or so a lot of interest in additive manufacturing and 3D printing. Today, that represents less than 1% of the goods that you're currently using or benefiting from. Whereas welding, it's about 50%. So if you make even a small difference in the welding industry, it has a huge impact. This is meant to be generalized, but since I'm in the climate session, I can't think of a technology that's going to have more positive impact on climate than nuclear power. Traditional nuclear power, everybody remembers 15 years ago, a lot of nuclear power plants were shut down. If there is to be a renaissance, if I can use that word, in the nuclear power industry, where are the welders? You can't train a welder in a week or even a month or even a year, really. You can't train an inspector in a week or a month. So if there is going to be a renaissance of the traditional nuclear power industry, the welding problem has to be addressed. Tomorrow's industry, nuclear fusion. This really genuinely surprised me as I researched this, but the welding challenges associated with nuclear fusion reactor construction are even more severe than the welding challenges in the traditional nuclear power industry. So if nuclear fusion is going to become a reality, those welding challenges need to be addressed. And then finally, if you could read Japanese, that's the pension office. I was just there recently. The welders and the inspectors are retiring. That's a tragedy, not just because the labor shortage that's imminent. There's a term I like, I think it's my favorite Japanese word, monozukuri. They are a source of important data for training autonomous welding. In my home state of Ohio, there's an autonomous welding company that's deploying systems. It's becoming a reality. I believe Japan can contribute the best data in the world based on the monozukuri that exists here. And so that's an opportunity that will never come again. So the clock is ticking right now. So what am I trying to do? There's 3 steps. A weld is made, it's inspected, it's certified. I want to take those 3 steps and make it one step without a human being. It's so easy to say, and it's so hard to do. But that's the goal, and that's a revolution. And so the labor shortage affects not just the welder, but also the inspector. For every welder, there's an inspector. And it's not just a labor shortage problem. For the future industries like nuclear fusion construction and even welding in space, which is also it's coming, sometimes a human being can't even be there. There could be a high radiation environment or just no access. And then some of the fusion construction plans, there's only one shot with very limited access to make a proper weld. And I think the sentence that sums up what I'm proposing here is the only thing that can be certified is the material as it forms. And so what is new and why will it succeed? I spent my entire professional career in reliability statistics for non-destructive inspection. To get to certification in situ, we're going to need a different type of reliability statistics that relies on continuous in-process data streams. Doesn't exist today. One thing I discovered in my research that gave me a lot of hope that this has a chance is that the joining the Welding Research Institute here in Japan at Osaka University, there's a laser-based ultrasonic system, which can actually interrogate a weld during the welding process. You can actually interrogate the material. It's amazing, and it's been miniaturized, and it's even deployed in industry in limited settings in the nuclear energy industry, as a matter of fact. If this succeeds, the investment that Japan is making in physical AI, the returns on that investment will increase by orders of magnitude. I can't even begin to calculate. This is a huge revolution. If you have some familiarity with the industry, you would either think I'm crazy or bold or somewhere in between. Probably I'm not crazy or something. Okay, risk. This program is going to address all these risks, but the elephant in the room is this hasn't been done yet. Even in additive manufacturing, which you've heard so much about, there hasn't been a certified component for airworthiness that's approved, and certainly not in the nuclear industry. What I'm asking for, and what I think will make a difference, is 0.2% of METI's projected budget for physical AI. Because I believe the certification authorities have to be in the room from day zero, or there'll be awesome technology developments that won't be properly utilized. Won't be able to gain the benefit of the investment in the technology without the certification authorities in the room from day zero. I have a 3-year program that I believe can make an impact. Move away. Halfway through the program, I expect certification authorities to see the feasibility in measuring the material state during a weld and to understand that there is hope to get to in-situ certification. This slide sums up my whole program in one slide. The time is right. I mentioned the labor force. Thank you.